she was an outcast among homeschoolers.
She had a sense of humor. She wore makeup. She had CDs, and not just Michael W. Smith. She owned jeans.
She had an engaging personality, comfortable in social situations, thriving on it almost. I remember thinking, this doesn't make any sense.
Her persona and uncontrollable head of hair refused to fit the mold society had chosen for her.
Yeah, the hair. It's like a Cocker Spaniel went through the dryer.
I think it's very possible that she brushes her hair with a balloon every morning.
Tonight, we examine the influences, expose the obsessions, and explore the mind of Addie Richards. Good evening and welcome. I'm Ric Tyler. Tim and Beverly Richards were living the dream, a loving marriage, a home of their own, and 2 perfect children. They couldn't have asked for more, nor did they. But as Beverly recalls, in the fall of 1991, it all came crashing down. She and Tim were face to face with a destined disaster, and they had to break the news to their families.
When we told everybody we were expecting again, the response was mixed, ranging from groans to literally kicking and screaming.
Kasey wouldn't remember, but her suggestion at 4 was that we release her into slavery.
I remember. And they probably could have paid for our entire college tuition up front if they had listened.
Even months later, after Addie was born, attitudes did not warm up.
She wasn't even a cute baby. She had these large features, totally disproportional. I think she had a unibrow at 6 months. How do you love something that looks like it crawled out of Mount Doom?
I don't think I even bothered trying to remember her name. The only time Kendra and I even acknowledged her was if she was in front of the TV. And there was just throwing things at her to get her to move. That's when she got her attention.
So, as Addie began to develop motor skills and language, it should have come as no surprise just what she was turning into.
She started mimicking everything she saw on TV, because we all know that's how you make friends. Well, this was about the same time that Pocahontas came out. That movie was stupid. But a 3-year-old massive hair running around in a bedsheet singing with all the colors of the rain or whatever, oh yeah, that defined cool.
She called the cat Miki or Muku or something, whatever the squirrel's name was, and she would drag it by the tail to every single tree in the backyard and make it say hi to Grandmother Willow.
And eventually, Father had to step in to deliver the splintering conclusion to her whimsical, imaginative, and awkward escapades.
It got to the point where one day, Dad took her out back, had her sit down, and she had to watch as he shot the VHS to bits with his potato gun.
It had to be done.
But it wasn't just the personality that proved to be unmanageable. Tensions raised higher as another problem grew, and grew, and grew.
Bristles on the brush would just snap off, and you'd never find them in that mess.
I mean, we were having to buy horse grooming kits. A kit made for grooming a freaking horse? Just to be able to take her out into public? Mm-mm.
Do you know who Gossamer was? He was that red thing on Looney Tunes that would chase Bugs Bunny around the castle. Yeah, there you go.
We'd get stopped at McDonald's because they didn't allow pets. On Halloween, I could be a fairy princess, and they still thought we were the Addams Family. Everything was harder because of the hair.
With seemingly no channel through which to form a bond with her family, her only hope was a new member.
Like, I look back at the tapes, and it's pretty obvious that she wasn't hugging me because she loved me. She was hugging me because she needed me. Like, she was recruiting me. She was, like, trying to program me.
And she did. For years, Jenny clung closely to her older sister, carrying out her demands for more food, changing the channel, and portraying the male roles in her homemade music videos.
Sometimes my head wants to explode, but when I think about it, I'm so in love with her. Every other time.
When you're like that young, you don't realize when someone is like taking advantage of you, you know?
Oh yeah, we knew.
We just thought it was funny.
Funny, that may have been. But deep beneath the controlling exterior worsened a terrible addiction. Daily, she would feed her habit, surrendering her health to one of the planet's most dangerous and infectious toxins, causing irreversible damage to her brain and reputation.
Wait, what? Hanson, Toxic.
There's nothing wrong with Hanson. They all write their own songs, you know.
An endless self-regenerating homegrown supply of neurological napalm. To get her fix, Addie would meet them at clubs, on the streets after dark, and share her stories on Facebook.
OMG, like Hanson is so amazing cool, and I love OMG, OMG, OMG.
The rantings of a desperate nonconformist, seeking the high of a band all your own.
Hanson is a lot cooler than you think. They've sold like 10 million albums.
Evil, poison, a wart on society.
I can't listen to this.
Every day I'd wake up and hope that today is the day that she would come to me and say, Dad, I've oomed my last bop.
There's a long road ahead for Addie as she prepares to head off to college. But with the support of her family... But with the support of her friend...
You apologize to Hanson!
Well, good luck, Addie. Yeah. And that's all for this evening. Be sure to join us next time for Jenny's graduation. 2 words. Nasty girl. For Addie, the Ric Tyler story, I'm Ric Tyler. Good night.
Good.
I wanted you right here with me, but I have no choice, you gotta leave. Because my heart is breaking with every word I'm saying. For I gave up everything I had on something that just wouldn't last. But I refused to cry. No tears will fall from these eyes.
How old are you, Adeline?
How old are you?